Hello, good evening, welcome to my February in review. This month has been a busy one, including mainstream media being mainstream media once again. I learned how to actually light a video, so it's not black back there, and I bought lots of shiny things. I hate myself. This month started off with Imbolc. Basically I just started off the season, celebrated the wheel of the year turning by spring cleaning. I hoovered so I can now breathe in my own space, which is lovely. There was also British Tinnitus Week, in which we raise awareness for tinnitus, which is really ironic because we spend most of our time trying to ignore it. I'll put a link to the tinnitus tag that I made up here, but if you've been subscribed this whole time, you'll have seen it. On to something really fun. It was Valentine's Day this month, as we know, where we commercialise our love for each other and give in to capitalism to show our love with money. But I will show you what Cameron got me. Is this not the best? Like, look at him. Look at him. We had a lovely day, we FaceTimed and just spent the day in distance together because that's how 2021 is going. This month I also had a full-on saga with my hearing aids, which I can now confirm have been sorted, kind of. We are back to where we started from, but that's okay because where we started from was a really good starting point. So, hearing aids are back to normal. They are the ones that I had. Well, not the exact ones, but they're the same model. With all the same settings, so I can hear reasonably well, kind of, now. But if you missed what happened, I'll put a link up there as well. And I do have a date to go to the clinic and at least discuss options, if not get new hearing aids, but obviously I will give you more details when I have them. I've now been on YouTube for 2 years, and it was about time that I made a trailer which sort of listed things that I intend to make videos about. I will also link that here. If you wanted to share me with your friends but don't know which video to pick, that would be the one. Moving on to other stuff and fun stuff. I wrote an article which was published in Longevity magazine. I'll put a link down in the description for that. I wrote an article about what I want people to know about my life allergic to cold. Wow, I'm so pale. This is ridiculous. Okay, that's a thing. Hello, son. Definitely go and read that article and share it with your friends. I enjoyed writing it, and people love learning about cold urticaria, which I didn't actually think people would when I started this channel. I just did it for people who had it, and now we're here. I'm sure you want to hear about mainstream media being mainstream media. When I wrote my article, I was then very quickly contacted by somebody from a press agency. I'm not even going to say their name because they don't deserve the airtime on my channel. They are so bad. Asking me, oh hey, I want to write about cold urticaria, and I'm like, of course you do. Will you be involved? Sure I will. Just an FYI, I'm non-binary and I use they them pronouns. Is that going to be a problem? No, that's fine. Okay, cool. Oh, you're entitled to 50% revenue on any pictures or videos that you send us that we use. And I'm like, okay. I live with a journalism student. It's worked out for the best. He let me know that basically you're entitled to more than 50% revenue. And because this same agency already owe me money and they published a story without me signing a contract, I set a fee in advance and they ghosted me. So, tells you everything you need to know about what money-grabbing agencies are there for. Going back to my yearly goals, I did read one book this month. I kind of regret... Wow. I kind of regret reading this book. I read The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas because I picked it for a reason, and I picked it because we read it in school but we didn't read it. We read chapter 1, 2, 6 and 7, and analysed the heck out of it. And because of the topic, I was like, maybe it deserves to be read. I was wrong. Turns out it's basically a Nazi sympathiser text written by a non-Jewish person. So yeah, not good. Don't actually recommend. Maybe read books about the Holocaust written by Jewish people and not John Boyne. How is it a Nazi sympathiser text, you might wonder? Well, the Jewish characters are all very one-dimensional victims, and the end is very much, oh no, I killed my own son. Horrible. Nobody should have been there. No, not one person. Not just your kid. Nobody. Hated it. So on that note, I did actually buy a lot of books. I say a lot. I bought 3 books. And I need help picking which one to read. So again, Lord of the Flies, because I remember reading this for school and enjoying it, but then I got told off for reading ahead, so I want to actually read it for funsies. And then The Sacrificial Man, which, remember I said light reading? Yeah, trigger warning for suicide mention. Gotta read the back. What I want to say is that suicide is my choice. No one else is to blame. Man seeks beautiful woman for the journey of a lifetime. Will you help me die? And it's about whether the woman is in the wrong or not, who should be charged. I love crime thriller, and this is one of those. End of trigger warning. So yeah, which one should I read first? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to my channel, etc. Scarf progress. I just feel like it feels like I'm picking up a cat. We have progressed. We have progressed quite well. This is quite a lot more white than I started with. I started like here, maybe, or like here. We are almost sort of finished. There's like, they're all going to be the same length, all the colours. So here we go. I only have that much left to knit, which is very doable. Maybe I can start purple in April? Maybe. I know myself and I'm setting realistic targets. It might be closer to May. But yeah, we're getting there. And it's, if you are new here, it's going to be that flag. So I'm like halfway through now at least. Things I bought this month. Let's start with something you've already seen. I didn't do an unboxing video this time because I was too excited, but look. You'll have seen it in my channel trailer. And because I can't see you, it says, well, you don't look deaf. Use natural light, they said. So I bought that and I got that, and that's very exciting because too many people say, well, you don't look deaf. Or I can be wearing like deaf identity here with badges that say, hello, I'm deaf, with a deaf identity hat on. Or I can have my hearing aids like out and proud, and I'll be like, well, you're not really deaf, are you? I'm like, yes. I also bought more badges. In my defence, this isn't defensible. Some of them are Patreon badges, and I can't remember which ones are Patreon badges, so some of them I can't show because I've already forgotten which ones they are. Awkward. But I posted them on Instagram, and you should definitely follow me on Instagram. Link to that in the description below as always. But I have this badge. Fantastic. Oh, I'm being blinded. More so than I am already. There we go. Can you read that? It says, you don't need dysphoria to be trans. That is correct. So that was a Patreon badge. I have these two that say, hello, I'm deaf, speak up but don't shout, and hello, I'm deaf, I might be a bit loud. Something like that. I don't know if you can hear, but I can feel. I shout, and it hurts. That's just because I can't hear how loud I'm being. And if I can't hear myself talk, I shout until I can. It's a problem. The last 2 badges I'm going to show you are these 2. I didn't get the Cold Urticaria one made. She knows me well enough to have just made one anyway. And then let's talk about smear tests because they're really important, and the trans community always put off going, and it's really, really, really important. Cool. Well, I'm still being blinded. I also bought some more makeup to play with. I got some green glitter, some green loose pigment, and 2 highlighters that are almost identical shades of white, but one of them has a green tint and one of them is slightly warmer. Which brings me nicely on to drag. I've managed to do a drag look every single week this month, and tomorrow is Rare Disease Day, so if you are not already following Papa Smear on Instagram, you should go and do that and wait for a Rare Disease Day look. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but there will be one. Right, and with the sun blurring into my face, I'm going to call that a day. That is my February in review. That's sort of all my goals up to date now-ish. I do have a video coming out tomorrow which I promised I would make last month, and it is a Science Sunday, and I hope you find it as interesting as I do. You probably won't, but it's my niche interest. So yeah, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment down below if you have any comments or questions, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Videos go up every Saturday at 6 PM UK time with at least one bonus video every single month. This month is tomorrow. See ya!